Hello, friends, and welcome to a space where time slows down, where every scratch tells a story, and where the warmth of natural materials wraps you like a well-loved quilt. Today, we're stepping into the soul-soothing world of rustic farmhouse decor. Forget sterile perfection. We're celebrating the beauty of the imperfect, the charm of the well-worn, and the profound coziness that comes from embracing earthy textures and honest materials. This isn't just a style, it's a feeling. It's about creating a home that feels like a deep sigh of relief at the end of the day. So, grab a cup of something warm, settle in, and let's take a deep dive into spaces designed for authentic living and heartfelt connection. Get ready for earthy homes and cozy vibes. Segment 1. The philosophy of rustic farmhouse, more than just aesthetic. It's easy to get lost in the look of rustic farmhouse, the shiplap, the barn doors, the galvanized metal. But in 2025, this style has evolved into something deeper. It's become a response to the digital overwhelm, to the fast pace, to the often disposable nature of modern life. The true rustic farmhouse heart beats to the rhythm of authenticity, sustainability, and mindful connection. We're moving beyond the purely Instagrammable moment and craving spaces that feel lived in and loved. It's about honoring craftsmanship, valuing history in our pieces, even if it's just the history we imagine for that thrifted find, and creating an environment that actively nurtures well-being. Think of it as biophilic design meets heritage charm. It's the rough-hewn beam that reminds you of ancient trees, the cool touch of handmade pottery connecting you to the earth, the soft linen that whispers comfort. This style isn't afraid of patina or the gentle marks of time. It celebrates them as part of the home story. So, as we tour these spaces, look beyond the surface. Feel the textures. Notice the play of natural light on organic materials. Sense the intentional quietude. This is about creating a sanctuary, a grounded, earthy, and profoundly cozy backdrop for the beautiful, messy, real life that happens within these walls. It's decor with soul. Segment 2. The heartbeat, the rustic farmhouse kitchen. If the home has a heartbeat, it's undoubtedly the kitchen. And in a rustic farmhouse, this space isn't just for cooking. It's the epicenter of gathering, nourishment, and genuine connection. Forget sterile stainless steel everything. Here, warmth and functionality reign supreme. Material honesty is key. Imagine reclaimed wood countertops or a soapstone island, surfaces that develop character over time. A deep fireclay farmhouse sink isn't just iconic. It's a workhorse, grounding the space. Underfoot, wide plank hardwood floors, oak, maple, or even pine with a matte finish, or terracotta tiles add earthy texture and durability. Cabinetry leans towards soft, muted tones. Think creamy whites, sage greens, greige, or even lightly stained woods like oak or walnut. The trend is moving away from stark whites towards warmer, earthier neutrals in 2025. And remember, imperfection is perfection. Visible wood grain, knots, and subtle variations in paint are celebrated. Storage gets the vintage treatment. Open shelving crafted from reclaimed wood or simple black iron brackets displays everyday essentials. Stoneware crocks, hand-thrown pottery, worn cutting boards, stacks of linen tea towels, turning function into art. Instead of upper cabinets everywhere, think of a large rustic hutch or repurposed armoire for storing dishes. Vintage bread boxes, wire baskets, and galvanized metal bins add utilitarian charm while corralling potatoes or onions. The key is accessibility and display, letting beautiful, useful objects become part of the decor. Lighting sets the mood. Think industrial-inspired pendants with visible Edison bulbs over the island, perhaps a small wrought iron chandelier over the sink, and plenty of natural light streaming through unadorned or simply linen-draped windows. Avoid anything too polished or overly ornate. The warmth of the bulbs enhances the earthy tones, especially during those long, cozy evenings. Fresh idea, the preserving pantry nook. Dedicate a small, visible alcove or section of open shelving to the art of preserving. Display beautiful glass canning jars filled with homegrown or farmers market finds, dried beans, colorful pickled vegetables, jams, alongside vintage canning tools, linen sacks of onions or garlic, and a small basket of seasonal produce. It's a functional celebration of seasonality and homesteading spirit. Segment 3, Gathering Ground, the living room, where cozy reigns supreme. Step out of the kitchen and into the living room, the true sanctuary for rest and connection. This is where cozy vibes become tangible. The goal? Instant relaxation, conversation that flows, and a space that invites you to curl up and stay a while. Forget minimalism. Here, it's all about thoughtful layering and texture. Start with the anchor, often a stone or reclaimed brick fireplace. If you don't have one, a large, rustic wood mantle over a simple firebox, or even a cluster of pillar candles can create that crucial focal point. Arrange seating, a deep, comfortable linen sofa, a pair of vintage leather armchairs, a slip-covered loveseat in a close conversational circle. The scale should feel generous and inviting, encouraging people to sink in. Wooden coffee tables, preferably with a live edge or significant character, anchor the space. Think reclaimed oak, walnut, or even repurposed barn doors. Texture is the magic ingredient. This is where you go wild. Chunky cable knit throws draped over the sofa. Linen pillow covers in varying shades of cream, oatmeal, and taupe. A sheepskin rug tossed over the arm of a chair. A jute or wool blend area rug layered over hardwood floors, adding warmth and sound absorption. Baskets galore, holding firewood, blankets, magazines. Even the walls contribute with rough plaster finishes, shiplap, used sparingly and authentically, not as a gimmick or exposed brick. Every surface invites touch. Lighting remains soft and ambient. Maximize natural light with minimal window treatments, simple linen Roman shades or nothing at all. In the evening, rely on table lamps with linen shades casting a warm glow, floor lamps with woven or metal bases, and of course, the flicker of the fireplace or candles. Overhead lighting should be used sparingly, perhaps a simple wrought iron chandelier on a dimmer. The atmosphere should feel like a warm embrace. The quiet corner. Carve out a small niche, perhaps by a window or beside a bookshelf, dedicated to offline tranquility. A single, incredibly comfortable vintage wingback chair or a woven hanging chair, paired with a tiny side table, an old stump, a vintage crate, a reading lamp, a stack of real books, no screens, a soft throw, and maybe a small, low-maintenance plant. This is your designated tech-free, deep relaxation zone. Segment 4. Serene Retreats, Rustic Farmhouse Bedrooms. Our bedrooms should be our ultimate retreats, places where the outside world melts away. The Rustic Farmhouse Bedroom in 2025 takes this seriously, prioritizing serenity, tactile comfort, and a profound connection to rest. It's about stripping back to essentials and wrapping yourself in nature's embrace. The bed is the undisputed throne. Seek out solid, grounding bed frames, a reclaimed wood platform, a simple vintage iron frame. Think clean lines, not overly ornate, or a painted wooden frame in a soft, muted hue. The headboard could be upholstered in linen or cotton canvas for softness, or simply be the exposed wall with a beautiful texture. Then, layer on the organic goodness. Start with high-quality natural fiber sheets. Linen is the absolute star for its breathability, texture, and relaxed drape, followed by organic cotton percale for crispness. Add a quilt. A vintage one adds instant soul, or a matelassé coverlet for weight. Top with a textured knit blanket or a down alternative duvet in a neutral cover. Pile on Euro shams, standard shams, and an array of throw pillows in varying sizes and complementary textures. Linen, velvet, cable knit, but keep the color palette restful and cohesive. Creams, taupes, soft sages, warm grays. Furniture is minimal and meaningful. Natural wood knit stands, mismatched vintage pieces add charm, hold only essentials. A lamp, a book, perhaps a small vase. A simple dresser or armoire, avoiding overly polished finishes, provides storage. Consider a small, comfortable chair if space allows, maybe a vintage wooden rocker or a linen slipper chair. Clutter is the enemy of calm. Storage should be discreet, underbed baskets, a bench with hidden storage, or a well-organized closet. The focus is on creating visual and mental space. Lighting is gentle and warm. Bedside lamps with fabric or paper shades are essential. A soft overhead light, like a woven rattan pendant or a simple drum shade on a dimmer, is useful, but often kept low. Maximize natural light during the day. Blackout curtains might be necessary, but choose heavy linen or textured cotton in a neutral tone that blends with the wall, rather than stark, cold blackouts. The aim is darkness for sleep, but warmth when closed. Fresh idea. The grounded bedside ritual. Replace the standard knit stand setup with a low, wide stool or a small, sturdy tree stump. Place upon it a handmade ceramic dish for jewelry, a small, fragrant essential oil diffuser with calming scents like lavender or cedarwood, a tiny terracotta pot with a succulent, and a stack of 2 cherished books. This lowers the visual plane, fostering a sense of grounding and simplicity before sleep. Segment 5. Bathing in Simplicity. The Farmhouse Bathroom. Even the bathroom gets the rustic farmhouse treatment, transforming it from purely functional into a simple, spa-like retreat. It's about combining clean lines with natural textures to create a space that feels both fresh and deeply calming. Think less powder room chic and more quiet wellspring. Natural materials take center stage. Stone is a hero here. Slate floor tiles, marble countertops, honed, not polished, river rock shower floors, or limestone walls. Wood adds warmth. A lav-edge vanity countertop, open shelving of reclaimed wood, or a teak bath mat. Concrete sinks or tubs offer a modern, earthy feel. Terracotta tiles are making a huge comeback for floors and walls, adding incredible warmth. The palette remains neutral and earthy. Whites, grays, warm beiges, soft clays, and sage greens. Avoid anything too glossy. Opt for matte, honed, or textured finishes. Fixtures lean towards classic simplicity. Brushed nickel, matte black, or oil-rubbed bronze faucets and hardware provide clean lines and durability. A freestanding tub, cast iron or acrylic, is a dream centerpiece, often placed near a window if possible. Walk-in showers are preferred, with large format stone tiles and minimal, frameless glass enclosures to maintain openness. Niches built into the shower wall for soap and shampoo are essential, perhaps lined with a contrasting tile or river pebbles. Vanity with vintage soul. Forget the big box store vanity. The farmhouse bath shines with repurposed furniture. A vintage dresser converted into a double vanity, a sturdy wooden table with vessel sinks, or a simple console table with an undermount sink. Open storage below adds to the airy feel. Woven baskets tucked underneath or on shelves hold towels and toiletries beautifully. Wall-mounted faucets, deck or wall-mounted, complement this look perfectly. The biophilic shower corner. Integrate plants directly into the shower space if light allows. Use water-tolerant plants like ferns, pothos, or air plants in wall-mounted terracotta pots or on a corner shelf made of teak or stone. A small, rain-style showerhead extension positioned nearby can gently water them. It brings a vibrant, living element into the heart of the cleansing ritual. Segment 6. Blurring the Lines. Rustic Farmhouse Outdoor Living. The rustic farmhouse philosophy doesn't stop at the back door. It extends outwards, blurring the lines between inside and outside. These spaces become vital extensions of the home. Extra living rooms, dining rooms, and quiet nooks bathed in fresh air and natural light. In 2025, creating intentional, cozy, and nature-connected outdoor rooms is paramount. Start with shelter and structure. A covered porch or deep pergola is the ideal foundation. It provides shelter from sun and rain, allowing you to use the space more consistently. Overhead elements like wooden beams or corrugated metal roofing set the farmhouse tone. Define the floor with an outdoor rug made of polypropylene, mimicking jute or wool, or textured concrete pavers. Stone pathways leading into garden beds connect the space organically. Furniture is comfortable and durable. Think deep-seated, all-weather wicker sofas and armchairs, piled high with Sombrella fabric cushions in earthy tones or subtle stripes. A large, reclaimed wood dining table under the pergola is essential for alfresco meals. Adirondack chairs or rocking chairs made of sturdy teak or cedar offer relaxed seating. Sustainability is key. Look for furniture made from recycled plastics, FSC certified teak, or locally sourced hardwoods. Avoid cheap, disposable sets. Accessorize like the indoors. This is where the cozy magic happens. Layer textiles, outdoor cushions, weather-resistant throws. Yes, they exist. And even outdoor curtains made of Sombrella fabric for added softness and privacy. Lighting is crucial. Edison bulb string lights overhead create instant magic. Lanterns with candles or solar LEDs add ambience, and path lighting guides the way. Abundant greenery is non-negotiable. Large potted trees, olive, citrus, fig, climbing plants, jasmine, clematis on the pergola, herb gardens in vintage crates, and masses of flowering annuals, perennials in terracotta pots. Vintage finds add soul. An old watering can is a vase, a repurposed tool caddy holding napkins, a stone bird bath. The outdoor hearth nook. Create a dedicated, intimate spot centered around warmth. A small, modern ethanol fireplace table or a rustic fire pit bowl. Check local regulations. Becomes the focal point. Surround it with low, comfortable seating. Think floor cushions on a weatherproof rug, small stools, or a low wooden bench. Stock a nearby vintage metal bucket with firewood or bioethanol fuel. It's the ultimate spot for stargazing or cool weather conversations. Segment 7, the soul of the home. DIY, thrifting, and meaningful collections. What truly sets a soulful rustic farmhouse apart from a staged showroom is the layer of personal history and handcrafted love. It's the thrifted treasures, the DIY projects, and the intentionally curated collections that whisper stories and make a house uniquely yours. In 2025, sustainability and individuality drive this more than ever. Embrace the thrill of the hunt. Skip the mass-produced decor aisles. Vintage markets, antique shops, flea markets, and even online vintage sellers are your gold mines. Look for pieces with patina, character, and purpose. Ironstone pitchers and platters, old wooden dough bowls, well-worn cutting boards, galvanized buckets, vintage scales, enamelware, old books with beautiful covers, unique baskets, architectural salvage, old corbels, window frames. Don't seek perfection. Seek pieces that speak to you. Look for items originally designed for utility. They often have the best form and durability. DIY. Infuse your personality and save resources. The rustic farmhouse style is incredibly DIY friendly. Projects don't need to be complex. Sand and oil, a found piece of wood for a shelf or tray. Paint a thrifted frame in an earthy tone. Reupholster a vintage chair seat in a beautiful linen or canvas. Build simple open shelves from reclaimed wood. Create a wall hanging from foraged branches and yarn. Transfer meaningful family recipes onto tea towels. Each project adds a layer of your own story and reduces waste. 2025 focus. Use natural finishes. Beeswax, linseed oil, milk paint, low VOC stains, and repurposed materials whenever possible. Curate, don't clutter. Meaningful collections. Display your finds thoughtfully. Group like items together for impact. A collection of vintage bottles on a windowsill catching light. A stack of wooden dough bowls on the kitchen counter. A row of ironstone pitchers on open shelving. A cluster of framed antique botanical prints on a wall. Vary heights and textures within the group. Give each collection breathing space. Don't cover every surface. The goal is to tell a visual story, not create a museum storage room. Quality over quantity always wins. The Material Memory Project. Dedicate a small project to preserving a natural element from your property or a meaningful place. Frame a pressed leaf or flower from your garden. Embed a small stone or piece of driftwood into a handmade concrete coaster. Create a simple shadow box with a piece of bark, a feather, and a handwritten note about where you found them. It's hyper-personal and deeply connected to place. Segment 8. Sustaining the Style. Eco-conscious choices for 2025 and beyond. As we deepen our connection to the earth through this style, it's only natural that sustainability becomes an integral, non-negotiable part of the rustic farmhouse ethos in 2025. It's about moving beyond aesthetics to consider the impact of our choices on the planet and its people. Creating a truly cozy home shouldn't come at the cost of the environment. Material matters more than ever. Prioritize natural, renewable, and recycled materials. Seek out FSC-certified wood for furniture and flooring. Embrace reclaimed wood. It saves trees and adds instant history. Choose natural fibers relentlessly. Organic cotton, linen, hemp, wool, jute, bamboo, cork. For countertops and tiles, look for recycled glass, composite stone made with recycled content, terrazzo, or locally sourced stone to reduce transport emissions. Avoid virgin plastics, particle board with high VOC glues, and unsustainable tropical hardwoods unless certified. The power of vintage and secondhand. We touched on thrifting for soul, but it's also the ultimate act of sustainable decor. Giving existing pieces a new life prevents landfill waste and reduces the demand for new resource extraction and manufacturing. It's circular design in action. Support local antique shops and restoration craftspeople. Conscious consumerism. When buying new, research brands. Look for companies committed to ethical labor practices, transparent supply chains, and eco-conscious production methods. Support small artisans and makers who use local materials and traditional techniques. Invest in high-quality, durable pieces designed to last for decades, not seasons. Ask questions. Where is it made? What's it made from? How is it finished? Low VOC paints and natural oil wax finishes are essential for indoor air quality. Energy and longevity. Consider the long-term energy footprint of your choices. Proper insulation, even in an older farmhouse-style home, is crucial. Choose energy-efficient appliances, hidden behind cabinet fronts if desired. Maximize passive solar gain with window placement and thermal mass materials like stone floors. Designed for durability and timelessness, avoid fleeting trends. A well-made, classic rustic piece will outlast a dozen cheap imitations. The local material map. Challenge yourself to source at least 3 key decorative elements or materials from within a 100-mile radius of your home. This could be pottery from a local artisan using regional clay, a side table made by a nearby woodworker using fallen urban wood, hand-woven baskets from a local craftsperson using native reeds, or even stones gathered ethically from a nearby riverbed for a bathroom shelf display. It hyper-localizes your story and drastically reduces transport impact. Slow montage of the most evocative shots from the tour. Close-up of a hand on textured linen. Light through a window onto a wood floor. A steaming mug on a reclaimed table. A cozy chair by the fire. And on a welcoming exterior shot. Music swells slightly, then softens under narration. And there we have it, friends, a journey through the heart and soul of Rustic Farmhouse, living in 2025. We've wandered through kitchens humming with warmth, living rooms begging for conversation, bedrooms offering deep rest, bathrooms that cleanse the spirit, and outdoor spaces that dissolve the walls between us and nature. We've celebrated the beauty of the imperfect, the warmth of natural materials, the stories told by vintage finds, and the profound comfort of intentional simplicity. This style, at its best, isn't about recreating a bygone era with rigid rules. It's about creating a feeling. It's about surrounding ourselves with textures that soothe our senses, colors that calm our minds, and objects that carry meaning or memory. It's about choosing sustainability and soul over speed and disposability. It's about building a sanctuary, a grounded, earthy, and deeply cozy backdrop for the beautiful, messy, joyful, challenging, and utterly real life we lead. So as you think about your own space, ask yourself, is this object, material, space bring me a sense of calm? Does it feel authentic? Does it connect me to nature or to cherished memories? Does it promote rest, connection, and well-being? Start there. Collect slowly. Choose mindfully. DIY with heart. Embrace the unique patina of your own life unfolding within these walls. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour. If you found inspiration here, give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps. Share your own rustic farmhouse moments or questions in the comments below. I adore hearing from you and seeing your spaces. What's your favorite element we explored today? Subscribe and hit that bell for more journeys into intentional, beautiful, soulful living. Until next time, friends, breathe deep, embrace the cozy, and come home to yourself.
Ba ba